Hello, good evening to all of you. Now we are going to discuss some problems that were asked in board exam, and that are very important, and that are based on a particular topic, and it is from the chapter electrostat. So this is for electrostat, and the problems are based on force experienced by two charges, right? So here, first of all, I would like to give you the brief idea. I would like to discuss the brief idea about the force experienced by two charges when they are placed at certain distance. I am giving you the brief information so that it will be easy, or it will be comparatively easier to solve this type of problem and solve such problem. So let us start with first I would like to discuss Coulomb's force, right? So what is Coulomb force? This is plus q1 and this plus q2, and if these two charges are placed at certain distance r, then what will happen? They will experience a force. F is directly proportional to q1 q2, and this is inversely proportional to the distance between the two charges, right? So F, we can say F is equal to, first of all, F is equal to q1 q2 by r square. This can be precisely written as k q1 q2 by r square, and where k is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught epsilon r. So this epsilon naught is called relative permittivity or absolute permittivity of air, and this epsilon r is relative permittivity, and for air this relative permittivity is 1. For air this relative permittivity is equal to 1. You are all aware with this, right? So now but it is in a scalar form. In vector form we can write, we should try to write in vector form, and vector form indicates that this q1 and q2, they are displaced by distance r, so it will be experienced because the same charges, we already know same charges repel each other, opposite charges attract each other. So these are two things we have to keep in mind. So here in our present consideration, q1 and q2 both are having same nature, both are positive charges. So this force we can write here q f21, and here we can mention this is f12. So what we can write here, f12 is force on q1 due to q2, and f21 is force on q2 and due to q1. So these are the two forces. They are at 180 degree, we can say at angle, they are in opposite direction. So in vector form you have to decide, and you have to take decision according to unit vector, because unit vector gives the direction of force, right? It will give the direction of force. Unit vector is used for the direction of any vector. It is drawn in the same direction. So if we are taking this q1 q2 as r12, so this will be directed from left to right, and if we are taking r21 unit vector, so it is towards right to left. So in vector form we can write f21 will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, if we are taking air as a medium, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by, So F21 is this force, this force. So what we are taking the direction of this unit vector. So we can write here R12 square, and this is R12 unit vector. Keep in mind, this R12 is now magnitude. So don't forget and don't get into confusion. This R12 is now here is equal to R. It is magnitude. So don't get into confusion. So for F12, this force F12 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by, what is the direction? F12, this R21 is indicating in its direction. So R21 square, and the for direction of F12 we can take the direction of R21, this unit vector. Now the question comes, what is this R12 vector or R12 unit vector? So we can write here R12 as R12 vector and divided by magnitude of R12 vector. What is R21 unit vector? R21 vector and divided by magnitude of R21 unit vector. This is the case. This is the unit vector, right? Now the question is, what is R12? So R12 we can write, this is the position vector, and R12 we can write R2 vector minus R1 vector, and R21 we can write R1 vector minus R2 vector, or simple minus of R12 vector, right? So we have got everything here. Now the same thing, same concept we have to apply to solve our numerical problem. Okay, so one I would like to take here few examples and I'll solve them so that we can learn the concept, what is happening here and what we have to follow and how we have to solve any problem, right? So first problem is, I'd like to share the first problem is, here we can get okay, the first problem, two similar opposite charge identical metal spheres A and B repel each other with a force of 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Newton. A third identical uncharged sphere, this problem you can see at the corner also, at the corner of the screen. So uncharged sphere C is touched to A and then placed at the midpoint between A and B. Calculate the net electrostatic force on C. So this is very simple. There is very simple problem, or you can solve it, without any difficulty. So I am going to rub it so that we can solve the problem. This is for class 12, chapter 1. Now the question is solution of question number 1. Two charges, okay fine, two charges, this is the charge. Where is the question? Two similar equally charged identical metal spheres. So basically these are two metal spheres. A and B. We need not to worry about metal sphere because we are not provided with the dimension or with the volume or radius of this metal sphere. So we need not to worry about. We have to take the distance from center of 1 to center of 2, and the center of A and center of B will be connected, right? Two similarly equally charged. So this is Q and this is Q. Similar charges, so we are taking positive charges. Identical metal spheres A and B repel each other with a force of 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton, right? So we can take the distance between, let r be the distance between A and B. Both are same charge, so there will be a force of repulsion. There is no question here. So what we can write, F will be equal to, F will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into, we are again not provided any information about the medium, so without, we don't have medium, so we can take air as a medium. So I am writing only 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, right? So we can take air as a medium, no, not an issue. And if you are taking another medium also, so there is again not an issue. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon you can write here, 1 by 4 pi epsilon, right? So this is q square and divided by r square. This is your equation number 1. And this data is provided by this force of repulsion is 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Newton. Now a third identical uncharged sphere C is touched to A, right? So what is happening here, this is A and A has got, Q. Another charge, uncharged sphere, and this is C. This does not have any charge. It does not have any charge, or we can say this is uncharged sphere, so it is touched to Q. So now what will happen, as I told you earlier, that there will be a equal distribution of charge now, and A will have Q by 2 and this C will have, Q by 2. So A and C both will have same charge now, and it will be, this charge Q will be distributed into two parts, and Q by 2 and Q by 2. Now this C has been kept in the middle point right here. So this is the distance between r by 2 and this is the distance r by 2. So this is your C charge and this is C, and this is having Q by 2 charge, right? Place at midpoint A and B. Calculate the net electrostatic force on C. Now, okay, fine. So now here it's better to draw another picture or another diagram. We have what we have. This A is now Q by 2 and this is C. This C is now Q by 2. So it's better to get a separate picture, right? This is A, B and C, right? A, B and C. Fine, this is the case. So we are now having this charge, the distance is r by 2 and distance is r by 2, because this C has been kept in middle of the path between A and B. So this is r and r, so this, the whole distance is r. So now this is Q by 2 and this is Q, right? So net force we have got this way. And now what will happen if we are taking, or if we are joining its center to center? So what we are getting, this is positive, this is positive, so we can say that this is the direction of FCA, or yeah, this is FCA vector, force on C due to A. And what is here we are getting, this is B, so B and C, positive and positive. So what we are getting here, this is FBC, FCB. So this is force on C due to A, this is force on C due to B, right? So we can get the direction also, we can get the direction also. So what we are writing here, F, CB vector will be equal to what we are getting, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by CB, Q by 2 into Q divided by R by 2 whole square, and this is in the direction of, vector is in the direction of, in which direction? CB, in the direction of CA, right? C to A, or we can say BC or BC. Now if we want to calculate C on A, so what will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and this is CA. So what we are getting, q by 2 into q by 2 and divided by r by 2 whole square. And what is the direction? In the direction of AC, in the direction of CB, or we can write AC, in the direction of A to C, in the direction of A to C. So this FCA is in this direction, C to B, and this FCB is in moving its direction, C to A, right? So now, so what is the force? We can say that if we are taking the magnitude, because distance is same, so this is q square by 2 here. Oh my god. So we can see here at this point, we can see here FCB is directed towards this side, AC or CA we can say, and FCA is directed towards CB, right? Or we can say in AC direction, Keep in mind that we have to keep in mind that FCB, this is q square 1 by 4 pi epsilon r by 2 every is same. Here it is q by 2, q square by 2, this is q square by 4. So directly we can say that FCB, magnitude of FCB is greater than FCA. This we can say one thing, that is one important point. And second important point, and that is we can say what will be the direction. So direction will be towards CB, means towards CA, because FCB is greater. So we can say FCB and FCA are acting in opposite direction. So the net force F on C, or FC, so net force FC on C, the C will be equal to FCB minus FCA. FCB minus FCA, because FCB is greater in magnitude, right? So we can write here. So now we have got FC will be equal to FC minus FCA. And what will be the direction? So because this force is greater in magnitude, so we have to take the direction of FCB. So FCB, the direction of FCB is towards CA, fine, towards CA. Okay, now so FCB 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and this is q square by 2, and this is r by 2 whole square, minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q square by 4, and this is r by 2 whole square. So we can take here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by, right, by r square, right? In bracket we can write 2 into 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4. So this is r square by 4, this is q square by 2, and this is q square by 4. So q square we are taking common, 1 by 4. So here also you are getting 1 by 4. Fine. So this will be 2 and this will be gets cancelled, right? So this we can check calculation once again. Cube square by 2, cube square by r square, this will be 2 into r square 1 by 4 minus this is 1 by 4 minus r square, means 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 gets cancelled, and this is 2, so 1 minus 2. So this we can write So I hope this is the correct calculation, q square by 2 minus r square by 4. The same thing we are getting, right? Okay, now q square by 2, q and q multiplying by q square by 2 here. So this will be r square by r by 2 ka whole square. This is q square by 4 and in bracket here r square by 2. So r we can take also r square by 2 also we can take, or if we want to take q square by r by 2 whole square we can take. So what we are getting here, so 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 here, so 1 by 2 and 1 by 4, so 2 minus 1, right? So what we can get here, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q square, and this is r square into 1 by 4, and this will be equal to, so this is 1 by 4, so 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 gets cancelled, so 1 by 4 epsilon naught q square by r square. ठीक है, what is the direction? Towards CA, towards CA. So this and this net force we are getting, because since 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q square by r square initially we have got, and this is 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Newton. So what is the force? The force on C, so force on C will be equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Newton, and where? In the direction of towards CA, in the direction of towards CA. So this is the answer, and this is the process we have to solve any type of problem, right? Any type of problem we can solve in this way, right? Okay, so we are moving towards on. So another problem we have got, if the two charges, the two charges are placed at certain distance, the second problem is, you can see at the corner of the screen. Okay, so this I am going to solve, and this is again the very similar or simple problem, and we can solve this in a very simple way, right? Question number 2 is, if two charges are placed at distance r, for example A and B, this is having Q and Q, they are placed at distance r. Another charge that is placed, okay, in between on the line joining these two, anywhere we are not knowing where we have kept, anywhere we can get, suppose this Q charge we are keeping, okay, at distance x from A, right? So what will be the distance here? So this will be equal to r minus x. So we can say, let Q be the charge placed between A and B, or the line joining A and B, or on line joining A and B at distance x from A. So this we have kept x from A. Now the question is, what should be the magnitude and the location of this charge small q, so that the system must be in equilibrium. We can say कि पूरा का पूरा हमारा सिस्टम बैलेंस हो, इक्विलिब्रियम रहे, कोई भी चार्ज हमारा चेंज ना हो, बदले ना अपनी पोजीशन, ठीक है? ये यानी कि हमारे को एक बैलेंस सिस्टम तैयार करनी है. ओके फाइन, नॉट एन इश्यू. तो आपने यहाँ रखा, तो अब मुझे एक बात बताओ. सो क्यू हमने यहाँ पर रख दिया, देखे, तो अब क्या होगा, ये हमारा एक रिपल्सिव फोर्स डेवलप होगा. क्यू इज इफ वी आर टेकिंग पॉजिटिव चार्ज, इफ वी आर टेकिंग पॉजिटिव. सो पहले क्या था कि पहले ये दोनों फोर्स पे, फॉर एग्जांपल ये हमारा रिपल्सिव यानी कि बी ए फोर्स, राइट. दिस विल बी, अगर हम इसकी बात करें तो एफ ए बी फोर्स पहले था, पहला फोर्स. तो आपने चार्ज क्यू रखा, तो क्यू आपने ऐसे जगह पे रखा है ताकि ये बैलेंस रहे. यानी कि अगर हम इस फोर्स को ले रहे हैं तो हमारा इस डायरेक्शन में एक फोर्स ऐसा आना चाहिए, दिस फोर्स मस्ट बी एक्टिंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन, और हम इसको एफ 1 कह दें कि हमारा ये दोनों फोर्स बराबर हो, राइट, हमारे दोनों फोर्स बराबर हो ताकि हमारा सिस्टम बैलेंस रहे एकदम। ठीक है, तो अब हम ये कैसे कर सकते हैं, इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए हम क्या क्या कोशिश क्या कर सकते हैं, कैसे कर सकते हैं हम। ठीक है, तो अब देखिए यहां पर हम इसको ऐसा रखते हैं, इसकी पोजीशन कि दोनों पर इक्वल फोर्स हो। तो इक्वल फोर्स का मतलब कि अगर आपने क्यू चार्ज अगर यहां पर रख दिया इस पॉइंट पर, तो ये बैलेंस सिस्टम में तभी रह सकता है, इट विल बी इन बैलेंस सिस्टम ओनली व्हेन अगर ये फोर्स F1 और ये फोर्स F2, या हम ये कह सकते हैं Q ड्यू टू चार्ज ऑन ए, सॉरी, Q ड्यू टू चार्ज ऑन ए एंड दिस फोर्स ये Q ड्यू टू चार्ज B, ये दोनों इक्वल एंड अपोजिट हो, है ना। तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं कि we can say that Q will not disturb charges at A and B if, अगर ये दोनों फोर्स बराबर हो, FQB will be equal to FQA, यानी कि अगर दोनों अगर फोर्सेस बराबर हो तो ये डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेगा, ये डिस्टर्ब नहीं करने वाला। तो सबसे पहले हम इसकी लोकेशन फाइंड आउट कर लेंगे कि व्हाट इज द लोकेशन ऑफ दिस चार्ज, यानी कि दोनों पर रिपल्सिव फोर्स, इसने रिपल्सिव इस पर डाल दिया, इस पर रिपल्सिव पे, पहले ये दोनों अपने रिपल्सिव फोर्स के साथ थे। फाइन, क्लियर बात। अब आप यहाँ आगे बात करते हैं एफ क्यू बी, तो हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, एफ क्यू बी को क्या लिख सकते हैं, 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट and this is q into q, and what is the difference, this is x square 1/4 pi epsilon naught, this is q and qa f qa, so this is q and a, q and q, qb we are taking qb, so this is the qb, it means it will be r minus x whole square, and this we are taking qa, so this force qa, so this force is directed towards, and this is the force between q and here, so this will be x square, right. So this gets cancelled, 1/4 pi gets cancelled, so what we are getting, x square is equal to r minus x whole square. So what we are getting, x is equal to r minus x, it means 2x is equal to r, so x is equal to r by 2, it means हमें मिडिल में रखना पड़ेगा, इस चार्ज को अगर बैलेंस रखना है तो r by 2 पर रखना पड़ेगा, राइट। सो दिस विल बी द प्लेस वेयर वी हैव टू प्लेस दिस चार्ज q, राइट। सो q will be placed at midpoint of line joining AB charge, joining the line charges on AB. Fine. Now second thing, we have to balance the force. This is the location, we have to balance the force. How this force will be balanced? So there are two cases. Q will be such that if it is balancing, there are two cases only, there are two cases. Case number one, we can say कि if it will be at the same position or it will be balance, अब हमने ये फोर्स बैलेंस करनी है, तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ, इस चार्ज की हम अगर बात करें तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हमारा एफ क्यू ए मस्ट बी बैलेंस्ड बाय किससे, FAB, and not to speak of what is AB. FAB is the force on A due to charge on B. What is FB? FBA, force on B due to charge on A, force on B due to charge on A. So we can write here, so FQA must be balanced by FAB, and second case we can also say कि FQB must be balanced by FBA, FBA, right? These are the force, these are the force. Fine. Now, अब पोजीशन ये आती है कि आखिर चार्ज की क्या होगी, वैल्यू क्या होगी, इसका साइन क्या होगा. अब हम यहाँ पर साइन की बात करते हैं, राइट? सो आई एम deleting all the portion, right? So look, this FQB, what is the force FQB and what is the force FBA? If we are talking about FQB, so this we can say this FQB and this will be, this is balancing, you know, FBA. So we can write here FBA is equal to repulsive force, FBA is equal to repulsive force between the charges at Q and Q at A and B will be equal to. अब क्या होगा, ये Q की क्या होनी चाहिए, ये तो पॉजिटिव है, विल बी, तो ये हमारा चार्ज निगेटिव होना चाहिए. अगर हमारे को बैलेंस करना है तो दिस चार्ज मस्ट बी निगेटिव, है ना, इज इक्वल टू द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन between Q and Q. So Q is, now it's clear that this is negative charge, Q and Q, this, that is we can say FQB, that we can say FQB. फाइन. सो हमें इन दोनों, या तो हम इन दोनों फोर्स को बैलेंस कर लें या तो हम इन दोनों फोर्स को बैलेंस कर लें, तो हम इन दोनों फोर्स को बैलेंस कर लें. तो व्हाट इज FBA? इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट FBA, अगर हम FBA मैग्नीट्यूड की बात करें, FBA मैग्नीट्यूड, और हम FQB की बात करें, FQB की बात करें, ठीक है. सो क्या होना चाहिए, अगर ये निगेटिव चार्ज आएगा तो ये अब हमारा क्या हो जाएगा, ये अट्रैक्ट करेगा, है ना, अट्रैक्ट करेगा इस तरफ, और ये हमारा अट्रैक्ट करेगा इस तरफ, ये अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स हो जाएंगे, ठीक है. तो हम क्या लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पर, नाउ दिस इज अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स. अब देखिए FBA की बात करें, सो 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट Q स्क्वायर एंड डिवाइडेड बाई R स्क्वायर, दिस विल बी इक्वल टू, हम मैग्नीट्यूड की बात करें, अब हम इसकी बात कर रहे हैं, तो हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, दिस इज Q इंटू Q. ये बात तो क्लियर हो गई कि ये नेगेटिव चार्ज होगा, Q विल बी नेगेटिव चार्ज. सो Q इज नेगेटिव चार्ज, माइंड इट, Q इज नेगेटिव चार्ज, क्योंकि तभी आपका फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन हो सकता है. अब हम क्या ले सकते हैं, Q इंटू Q एंड डिवाइडेड बाय, दिस इज 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट एंड दिस इज R/2 होल स्क्वायर, राइट. सो 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन एंड दिस गेट्स कैंसल्ड, राइट, दिस Q and Q gets cancelled. So what we are getting here, here we are getting Q by R square, and what here getting, we are getting here Q divided by R square by 4. So what will be Q? So Q will be equal to R square by 4 into Q by R square. So this gets cancelled. So what is the answer? So answer we are getting, this is the answer we are getting, Q is equal to Q by 4. So this is magnitude. So the charge is, Q is, what is Q? So Q is negative and its magnitude is Q by 4. So in precise way we can write Q is equal to minus Q by 4. Q is equal to minus Q by 4. So this we can write here, Q is equal to minus Q by 4. If minus Q by 4 charge is placing at this place, then the system will be balanced, right. So thank you very much, and we will solve